Peace and love, everyone. Welcome back. My name is Sheldon and I help people ascend their consciousness and discover the path to enlightenment. Now, I hope you are all having a wonderful, magical, beautiful, glorious day once again. And I'm sending each and every one of you a lot of love, a lot of peace, a lot of healing energy. So just take that, pay it forward. I love when people are helping other people out. I love when people are watching other people rise up and helping them rise up. And it's really beautiful to see, because I want everyone to win. I want everyone to rise up. I want everyone to feel good. I want everyone to be happy. So that's why I'm doing what I'm doing. And you guys should do that too, because as a collective, if we start doing that for each other, we're going to start to see a better world. So obviously tip of the day is just to help people rise up, of course. And today I want to talk about how to let go of the uncontrollable. Obviously things are going to happen in your life that you can't control. Things are going to come into your life and situations are going to come into your life that are out of your control. And the best thing to do is to let these things go. So, some people have different ways of dealing with things. And some people need to cry their emotions, some people need to get angry. And I think it's best that we deal with our emotions and then we let them go. It's not always good to bottle things up, of course. A lot of people like to bottle things up, and further down the road it ends up hurting them, right? So we shouldn't bottle things up. We should deal with our emotions. We should deal with things that are coming into our lives. But after we deal with them, we need to let them go. We can't hold on to that knife anymore, because it's just going to hurt us in the long run. So there's many ways you can go about doing this. For myself, what I've learned in my journey is when these things come in my path and in my way, if you will, I just kind of look at it like it is the path. Like, these things are happening for a specific reason. These things are happening for my growth, for me to be a better human being, for me to be a better soul, and just really for me to grow in general, right? So I always look at everything in the most optimistic way possible, and I think that's a really good way to let things go, right? Is just to understand that everything is happening for a very specific reason. And on the flip side, a lot of people have things happen in their lives and they get too focused on why is this happening to me, instead of what is this trying to teach me, right? I always notice when I keep going through the same experiences and things keep recycling in my lives that that I'm missing the lesson there. I'm not passing the test, so the universe continues to bring the same things in front of me, right? It continues to give me the same challenges, right? So I start looking at these things and I'm like, okay, I see a pattern here. What do I have to grow from? What do I have to learn here, right? And that's a really optimistic way to look at things, is just to see things in the light that something is trying to teach me something here, and I need to learn the lesson. And once you figure out what that lesson is and grow from it, then you'll notice that you start to step into new beginnings, new challenges, because all of life is just a game. You're just leveling up the whole way. The whole point is for the evolution of the soul to become the best version of yourself possible. So these things are going to happen in your life, right? But I always say, when it comes, let it come. When it goes, let it go, right? So if you guys are challenged with certain situations, relationships, things like that, and might be holding on to things that no longer serve you, maybe it's time to just let go, right? Instead of really focusing on what's hurting you, we need to focus on what's going to rise you up, what's going to help you. And what's going to help you in those situations just is to let the things go that no longer serve you. And that, once you start to understand that things are coming into your life, we can start to look at these things like they're happening for a very specific reason, and they're happening for the greater good. They're happening for our growth. And once we start to develop this mindset, then better things start happening in our lives. We start to become more optimistic about situations. We start to become more grateful about things that are happening in our lives. Everything that's happening in your life is, sacred. It's all meant to be there. It's all meant to happen. It's all for the greater good. That's the best way to let go of unfortunate circumstances in your life, is just to realize that it's all happening for a reason. As soon as we get caught in the mindset that, everything is happening to me and all this unfortunate stuff keeps coming my way, then that continues to snowball, because again, you're attracting that and you're not learning the lesson that, it's teaching you a lesson, right? Once we start to become optimistic about all situations in our life, we're starting to look at things in a more positive way. So we start attracting more positivity in our lives, right? So you gotta start to look at everything that's happening to you in the most optimistic way possible. Like the glass is always half full, not half empty, right? And once we start to develop that mindset, once again, more positive things are going to happen in your life, and it's going to give you more ammunition to stay positive and optimistic about everything that happens. Of course, unfortunate things are always going to happen in life. You're always going to be challenged. You're always going to be faced with obstacles. However, if those obstacles didn't come, then what would be the point? Life is just a breeze. It's easy. You wouldn't grow. You wouldn't become a better person. You wouldn't learn your lessons. You wouldn't be the person you are today, right? So you need to start looking at these things in this light, and in turn, it's going to make your life, a lot more exciting, a lot more joyous, a lot more positive, just by letting go. Letting go is absolutely huge. Like if you have grudges with people, forgiveness is the key to letting go of those grudges, right? Grudges and deep internal pain that is caused by other people is going to keep coming up, and it's going to keep hurting you for your whole life unless you deal with it. And the only way to deal with that is to forgive, right? It's to understand that, that came from a different perspective. It was justified in whatever way. Again, that doesn't mean it's right. However, if you guys can step into the act of forgiveness, you will start to let go of things that don't serve you. It really doesn't serve you to hang on to to something that someone did to you, however many years ago or however many months ago or days ago. It doesn't matter. It does not serve you to hold on to that. So forgive and let go and step into, a better you, because you're better than that. You are better than holding on to things that don't serve you. So just understand that letting go is the key to, really moving forward in life. If you let go, you're being held, or if you hold on, you're being held back. If you let go, you can move forward, right? It's as simple as that. So the main message today is, as things come into your life, let them come into your life, no matter how unfortunate they might seem. Look at them in the most optimistic way possible, right? And then more positivity is going to start to snowball in your life. And just let go of old grudges that people hold for you and all that stuff. And just let go of what you cannot control, because there's going to be a lot of things in your life that you can't control. And if you let those things go, and you just let them come in and understand that they're happening for a reason, they're trying to teach you a lesson, then again, you're going to step into a more positive life, and it's going to become more of a beautiful journey for you, more than a burden, right? Because you're looking at these things like a burden, right? So you got to look at these things like an opportunity to grow, instead of, this sucks and why is this always happening to me, and so on and so forth. And then, once you start to develop this mindset, guys, this is when life just becomes a beautiful journey, right? So that's really, the thick and thin of it. That's really all I wanted to say today. I mean, just let go of what you can't control. Let things come into your life as they do. Let go of things that no longer serve you. And in turn, it's going to make you a happier person. It's going to make you more vibrant, lively, loving, positive, optimistic, And all of these things, all of these attributes are going to go a long way in your life, right? We really got to start looking at everything in a more positive mindset in order to start to step into our true nature and to start to step into, our true authentic self, right? And notice that everything is sacred and everything's happening for a reason, and you will be blessed the whole way through. As soon as you develop this mindset, you're going to notice that you're growing every single day, and it's a very beautiful feeling once you know that growth is taking place and that everything happens for a reason. It all happens for you, not to you. So really all I wanted to say today, guys, I hope you guys really enjoyed that video. If you did, press that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. But for now, we'll part ways. So peace, love, and have a glorious day.